Hi, I'm Don Day from Akron, Ohio, assistant strength coach at Western Kentucky University, working with our football strength program. Right now, I'm the head of our combo group. I also work with our offense and defensive line groups, and that's me. So my intro into lifting actually happened when I was, I believe, middle school. I started playing sports in middle school, playing football. Believe it or not, I ran track. I was actually fast back in the day comparatively to other little middle schoolers in the seventh grade, and I was really strong compared to everyone else that was around me. So lifting was always a thing that I loved to be in the weight room. Weight room was just as important to me as practice or game. I loved being in the weight room, and my coaches loved me because they were meatheads just like I was becoming a little meathead. So, Coach Rawhaus, my defensive coordinator when I got into high school, he was a huge weight room guy. We actually did everything from strongman style training, powerlifting. For a block, we were doing, what's it called? It wasn't jazzercise, but I forget what it was called. But we did the 300-man workout when that Spartan movie came out, 300. We did the 300-man workout, which was terrible, killed me every morning. And I also had a private trainer that me and a few of the other guys went and worked with. And it was all strongman style, powerlifting stuff. So that's when I realized, oh man, this lifting thing's pretty fun. Football's awesome, but I really like lifting. I'm pretty good at it. Much better lifter than I was a football player. Then when I got to college, my strength coach was kind of a father figure to me, and that's really what guided me on the path to wanting to become a strength and conditioning coach, because he was always there for me with anything, not just lifting, any problems. Coach Chad Wagner over at the University of Findlay. He helped me out a lot, and I strayed off the beaten path when I was a freshman. I actually flunked out my first semester, but he was the guy that I talked to get back into school, and he got me right. He was always, hey, Don, come on, you're better than that, and I was, and he helped me realize that. And to this day, I still talk to Coach Wags. I still see him as, that's like my father away from my father, So that's what I wanted to give back to young kids and be that kind of impact on a kid, whether it's, lifting, hey, correcting form, technique, any of that stuff. That's cool, but I wanted to be an influence on someone's life. I wanted to help them achieve their dreams like Coach Wags helped me achieve my dreams. I started off, I played in college at the University of Findlay out in Findlay, Ohio. I was a nose tackle. After a few years playing at Findlay, I got my first strength internship with Brian Horgan over at Bowling Green State University. After that, I came out to the University of Akron, where I did multiple jobs. I worked with the strength staff for one semester. Then I was a wide receivers coach, helped out with that, helped out with special teams. After that, I became a GA with the strength staff. Again, we were young strength staff. I was only about 22, 23 when we took over. My boss, Matt Gildersleeve, was a little bit older than me. I believe he was 23 or 24 at the time, youngest head strength coach in the nation. Parker Showers was my age, 22, 23, and Matthew Clapp, actually the old man on staff, was about 26 or 27. So we took that over. It was a great time, had fun with that. After the University of Akron, I went out to Robert Morris University, working with Coach Hammer, helped out with the football team, helped out with women's basketball, men's basketball, women's lax, men's lax, pretty much any sport you can think of. I also designed the program for our women's softball team, which was fun, worked with Mike Kelly on that. After that, I went out and took an assistant spot at American University in Washington, D.C. That was fun. I was the director of speed and agilities for men's and women's soccer, as well as field hockey. I was also the head strength coach for track, cross country for men's and women's. After that, a few months into that, started getting the itch and need football again. So I got an opportunity to come out to Western Kentucky. Coach Justin Lovett brought me out there. Coach Justin Lovett and Dominic Reno brought me out there. And, like I said, I headed the combo group, worked with our offense and defensive line group with Coach Reno, and pretty much whatever needed to be done, we got done. We had a lot of fun, won a championship, won a conference championship, and won a bowl championship. So all because of those players. They were great players, worked hard for us, and that's the reason we were in the position we are now. So what I bring to Western Kentucky University and why they brought me down was because I have a vast base of knowledge from all the coaches that I've been under. And the thing that I really harp on, again, that I learned from Coach Wags and also from Coach Hammer over at Robert Morris, is trying to make these players better people and make them better in life. You know, if they succeed in life, the field success will come. You know, the field success it's cool. You know, it's cool to win championships and all that kind of stuff, but I want my players to be successful outside of the weight room. But coming back to what we do in the weight room, you know, a big thing for me is I want my players to be explosive, which means they gotta get stronger and, you know, they gotta get faster too. I want bar speed, but I also want good form. I want good technique. I don't want terrible technique. It just sets you up for injury, sets you up for failure. I don't want my kids failing on sets. If we're supposed to do a set of 5 reps, I don't want you to do 3 reps because we've overshot. We've overloaded the central nervous system. I don't want that. I want 5 reps. So a lot of things that I do is really about making sure my kids are doing things right. You know, right, correct technique in their squat, their bench, their cleans, bar speed, the speed of the bar, how fast we're moving. Because nowadays, you know, everyone will say, yeah, we want guys bigger, faster, stronger. That's cool, but I want guys explosive. I want, you know, to get that explosiveness, you have to build a base of power, and from there we can work on bar speed, we can work on the velocity, because, you know, velocity gains, even the elite athletes, are only going to go up by 5 to 10%. So that strength we can tap into where your gains are going to go up 30, 40%. So I want to tap into that strength first, then we'll worry about the speed of the bar and all that stuff. So that's the kind of things I do over at Western Kentucky. Working with the combo group, they're a little bit of a hybrid. They're not like the big men where, you know, we're going to be in the trenches battling, pushing heavy weight around. And they're not like the skill guys where, you know, we need to be fast and we need to cover a lot of ground. We really need to have a good base of work capacity. They're a little bit of both. So at Western Kentucky, we'll do a few functional things with the linebackers, all that, the running backs, fullbacks, tight ends, you know, just because they're going to be on one leg a lot. They're going to be moving a little bit more, covering a lot more space than a lineman, but not as much space as maybe a corner or a safety. But they also need to be strong because they're going to be down there in the trenches. Running backs need to break tackles. We have a lot of powerful running backs at Western Kentucky. Now, we got guys that can take it to the house, but we got guys that'll break a lot of tackles and get out there. Ace Wales, you know, if you watch him run, he's running people over, breaking through tackles. He doesn't avoid contact. He loves the contact. So I have to have him strong and powerful enough to absorb those blows, last throughout the season, and deliver blows. If you look at some of our linebackers, Joel Iggy, he's a very strong guy because he has to be able to absorb and deliver blows. You know, our safeties, they have to be able to cover ground. So I need to kind of mold my position group, my combo group, to what they're going to be seeing on the field. Some of the biggest mistakes that I see college level strength coaches or athletes make, and, you know, it's not really on the athlete because they're being coached by someone else to do it. So if you get what you demand. So if there's bad form by your athletes, it's because you're not demanding good form. But a lot of things I see as far as programming wise, schematically, trying to have the athlete do too much too fast, trying to be too cute with your programming, you know, is bars and chains and bands are awesome. They're great tools, but do the athletes need that at that moment? Do athletes that can't even squat 135 to depth need to put 135 plus 85 pounds of chains on there and then do quarter squats with terrible form? What's that doing? That's not doing anything. That's not making them a better athlete. That's not making them strong in the weight room. That's just making them quad dominant, probably making them look like they have terrible backs because they're hanging over because they can't handle the weight. And it's kind of too much. It's too cute. Don't be too cute. Stay simple, stay basic, know what you're training, why you're training, have the answers to things, and go from there. We don't need to put bands and chains on just because it's cool and it clangs weight, and yeah, the athletes love that, but are you going to do everything your athletes love? If you do, you're going to be fired. All right, you can't just do things just to do them. Know why you're doing things, and that will be what I think is the biggest mistake a lot of strength coaches make, just doing things just to do them, or because they saw them online and said, oh man, like this looked really good on this online video where one guy was training one person to do one thing, but is it practical in a sense where you have 30 dudes in your group right now, you know, no, it's not practical. It's not practical. So be simple, efficient, and effective. So my biggest thing is, and this is very bold, but you know, I have bold dreams and bold ambitions. I want to be the voice of this generation of strength coach. And I don't mean that in a cocky way where, hey, I'm the one that's going to get it done. No, it's nothing like that. I just want to be the guy that provides a voice for my peers that might not be the greatest writers and might not have the opportunities that I have. You know, I want to lead, and what you're going to see from me, what you should expect to see is I'm not going to blow you out of the water with trying to self-promote myself or say that I'm the smartest dude on the block or, hey, do things exactly like I do because that's the right way to do them. No, I'm just going to put information out there. Hopefully it helps you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. Good. That's what I want. I want to help people. I want to put information out that will help people. I'm a guy that's very open. You can call me, email me, text me, poke me on Facebook, whatever you want to do to get in contact with me, do it. And I'm willing to help out. Like I said, I want to be the voice of this generation of strength coaches and by any way I can.